Hello. This is like the something of 12th or something of April, and it's like 5:35 in the morning. So, or like 5:40. So that means when I'm done with this video, I'll be able to go over to the store because it opens at 6. I think it used to open at 5. Before COVID, that dang COVID man, they used to open at 5 and close at 1, man. And now they open at 6 and close at 11. And ain't changing it even though COVID's done for. I should call them and ask them when they're going to do it back. But, yeah, man, I'm getting jazzed for my energy drink, babe. I think I'm going to get a biggie. I've been drinking, Red Bulls. I've been doing Rock Stars, but then I've been doing Red Bulls. And I feel like I've entered VIP club with Red Bull because they're more expensive yet smaller. And the cans are all elegant and they have the Red Bull on it with all the different colors and flavors. Plus it's Red Bull who sponsors the Red Bull Extreme Sports. And I think it tastes better. It's like the original flavor, so then the other guys had to dance around it or something, but I think the original flavor may be Nas, though. I don't know. Nas is good. I think Nas may be the cheapie now, but those are big. I'm committed if I buy a Nas. Maybe I should buy a big Red Bull and see what happens. They had these other ones called. Can't freaking remember, and they don't go back there. They don't return them, those bastards. I think it has niacin in it. 2 for $4, candy flavor. You get one Skittles and one Starburst. But anyway, yesterday. Well, oh yeah, I don't think I've done a video the last few days because I've been backing up. I bought a 32 gigabyte cards and filled them up with the website and Google Earth stuff and gave them to my mom to scatter around her house. And then I bought a 128 gig card, filled it up, and then I bought a 512 gigabyte card, but it wasn't a good one. So I couldn't put anything. All I could put was the website and Google Earth KMZ files, but not images or video because they just disappear right after you put them there. And I've tried 5 times, and it took me forever to realize what was going on. It wasted so much time. That was a $33 one, so I'm going to keep it just to remind myself not to get the bad ones. So then I spent $106 on a SanDisk. It says for 4K video and everything, 512 gigabyte, and that thing drug onto it like a charm. I think it's next month or whatever when I get some more money, because I've blown a lot of money. I'm gonna get another one. I'm gonna fill it up with other stuff that I didn't fill other stuff with because I love how fast they fill up. And I didn't have to originally drag stuff onto the KMZ or the Google Earth like I did to one of my main externals. So I don't know what that was for, but I think it might drag better from external to card than from computer to card. I didn't double check it. I should have. So yeah, and then I got a 256 gigabyte card, which I filled up with because I have a lot of videos also. Screen captures of all the videos I made on my website that I'll edit later and put on YouTube. I've got my work cut out for me. If I finish what I start, I'm going to be working for the next couple years, at least 2 or 3 years, well into my 50s. I've lost so much work. I recently found out I lost a few days worth of work on atomic bombs. I built all the atomic bombs of Atlantis. I'm about to rib all those because I like that. But I also built lost 9 days of Polygon roads all over Italy and ancient Rome on modern day roads, ancient roads on the modern day roads, and so that I can then make roads to the battles and stuff and all the cities, and it goes through villages and cities. But it might be on my Italy file, which is 2.08 gigabytes. Too big to open now. Like it was opening fine, you know, and then like now it won't open. So I guess they changed the rules since the last time I opened it. Apple couldn't help me, and I asked the lady to open it, but she said they're not allowed to do that because you can download off my website. So they gave me the number to Google. So every day when I remember, I'm gonna go call Googleplex, and then just wait. And then they put you on hold, and then just sit there and wait all day, every day, on their hold until I get through, and then see if somebody can direct me to the way I could open a Google Earth file that's too big for my computer to open, you know, or tell me like what kind of a computer, whatever I need to open it, because it might be in there, you know, because it's so big. You'd think I would put it in there, but just, you know, my luck, when stuff disappears, it disappears hardcore, and it might be gone from there too. Because I also found, say I stored atomic bombs in 3 different places, you know, Atlantis, I think Exceed, and Battles. No, Atlantis, atomic bombs, and Battles. And so I checked all 3 of those folders, and all of my externals. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 external hard drives. No, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I have 5 external hard drives. Like a couple of 400 gigabyte ones, a 4 terabyte one that I got a couple years ago, a 1 terabyte one that somebody gave me 10 years ago, and then a 10 terabyte one that I got a couple weeks ago, and then I have 2 512 gigabyte cards, a 256 gigabyte card, a 432 gigabyte card, a 128 gigabyte card. I have 2 terabytes of Apple Cloud, which scares the shit out of me because they're the ones who keep replacing my files for the old ones. And I don't have Carbonite right now, but I should get it. I'm going to get it as soon as I remember. I just don't get around to it. I'm going to get the 3-year plan for like $250 or whatever. And I have 2 Macs, which can back up each other through the cloud. So, and I have my website, my server, and they gave me 30 gigs. So, anyway, yeah, but man, when that shit goes missing, it's like all of a sudden it's missing everywhere. You're like, damn it, what do I back stuff up for if when it all of a sudden it magically gets replaced by the version from years ago, all of a sudden it magically replaces all over everywhere. But I could tell from one of my hard drives here that it had been a while since I backed it up, so that was my bad, you know. I remember when I built it, when I spent that 9 days, I was like, okay, made sure, and I kept looking at it, and I was like, is it still there? Good. It's still there. Then I forgot about it, and then like, that's when it decided to replace itself. You know, so before I fucking replaced it, backed it up all over the place. So it's almost like, fuck it, man. If I manage a way to crack open Italy and it's not there, then it's like I deserved to lose 9 days. That was a hard 9 days too. Oh my God, I vlogged about it. It was 4 months ago. And it's like, well, duh, Murphy's Law. You fucking back it up, dumbass. Well, so now I have all these different places to back it up, so I have no excuse not to. Plus, I know how fast stuff backs up, so I'm like an idiot if I don't. So, anyway, so I was kind of doing that. You know, that was kind of gobbling up most of my time. And then I was trying to work on Region 13 because, like, I'm looking at Rome and I'm kind of like thinking to myself, like, I think this happens every time I look at Rome. It's been a few months since I looked at Rome. It was a few months ago. And I'm looking at Rome, and I'm like, the city of Rome, and I'm like, the map that I traced, and I'm looking at it like, it looks like I'm like almost done with that. Like, looks like it's just a bunch of like touch-up stuff you have to do, you know? It was like, stuff unorganized, maybe building here and there, and I'm like, on only one region that wasn't really built, but it's only a few things. I'm like, dude, I should just fucking finish this bitch. Like, if it's like one more week, just throw one more week at the city of Rome. And like, normally, I would be scared shitless, dude, to work on Rome right now, because I would be like, because I'd be like, I should be backing this stuff up. I should be making the links on my website. What am I doing building stuff, dude? It's only gonna get lost. It's gonna get replaced, man. And like, well, actually, I should back it up. I should back up everything that I'm doing like at the end of every night, unless I'm like totally exhausted, and then I should do it like when I like first thing in the morning the next day. Because I haven't done it for a couple days of this Google of this Rome to like everywhere, just to touch up, you know, and make sure. But I mean, I'm kind of burnt out on backing stuff up. You know, I just back it up on the website. I'm burnt out. Like, I'm gonna go through another round here in a couple of days and look at all of my external hard drives and all of my cards, like all of the files and all of them, and make sure they're all the same size. They're all up to date. Because I noticed today that like one of my big fucking hard drive in the KMZ wasn't full. And I was like, oh my God, holy short. See, that's one of the problems when you buy a lot of different hard drives and cards to back up, it actually kind of increases the chances that you're not going to success. And if you have a huge website like me, it'll increase the chances that you won't successfully back everything up because it's so much to work. You might get tired and then forget that you didn't do it all, you know. So yeah, tomorrow in a couple days, I'm going to go in there and do another sweep and just make sure it's all there. Because once it's there, now you're in business. Now you're like, okay, cool. Now we're backed up. Now if some kind of crazy shit happens, I've got like all these places where it's backed up, and you know, and I remember because I invested all the time to back it up in all these places. I'm going to be more likely to invest the time to make sure that it keeps backing up. But anyway, so I think I'm gonna call Google. Just be on the phone with Googleplex all day, every day until they come through. There's this one program I got, and I deleted it. I shouldn't have deleted it because I think when I tried to open up the file, because I converted it to KML, and then I opened it, which made it 5 times smaller, and then I tried to open this other file because the Google Earth wouldn't open it, and it wasn't opening it after like a half hour. But then I think I was dragging and dropping, so I'm gonna try it again, only not dragging and dropping. But then I'm gonna try it with other files too, other programs, all the programs. But maybe I'm gonna see if I can talk to Google at first. Kirsten was all pissed off at me because I talked too fast, but it's like, I want to get this shit over with. I want to go to the store. I don't want these videos to take too long. But anyway, besides, I can understand myself when I would like rewatch these videos, hopefully. Anyway, so the work that I was doing was, you know, apart from all that dragging and dropping. Like yesterday, I was looking at, I built the, because I haven't done a video for a couple of days. I built the warehouses of Galba because I never built them, because I built them before, but I built the wrong one. I was like too stoned or something, and I like Googled warehouses of Galba, and I saw the big model or whatever drawing of Rome, and I actually saw this big building right in the middle of it, and I thought that was warehouses, and I drew it, and I'm like, and how big were they? And I made it the same size as how big they said they were, and then I realized, oh shit, they were the ones behind the building behind it. So anyways, I'll build both of the buildings. I'll just include both of them, but obviously I'll call the warehouses the warehouses. But I built those, but I didn't build them like totally detailed the way that I think I want to build them, like the way they look in the picture, where they're double story and they have a big porch around on the front side. But yeah, I have 140 of them there, 4 rows. But I might want to finish that and then finish the Basil Decius with that, which I traced the whole thing. You know, I'm actually almost most of the way through with most of the big buildings in Region 13 anyway, so I might as well finish that. I'm just like, wow, how could I have not finished 13? It's crazy, but anyway, and you know, maybe even plunk on a bunch of images all over all the regions for the floors, and maybe even I was doing some more of organization of Region 9. That's like my most developed region, and so yeah, I think it might be worth it to me just to throw in a week of work with Rome today. Rome, the city of Rome. You know, and oh, I was also dragging the different sections of it onto the Google Earth page for the Rome, through for all of the sector, the regions. So today, so that I can do the link later on and make them individual downloads. But I'm going to get up to, you know, once I get organized, I'm going to fill up the 30 gigabytes fast. But instead of asking Glowhost for more gigabytes, I'm going to organize and just make sure that there's no like super giant files to download, because probably most, you know, a lot of people don't have super good computers anyway that wouldn't be able to open up a file that's that big anyway. And so you might as well like just open, and to save me space, you might as well just open up all the different files and like kind of break stuff up when I can. So I don't use up, so I use it wisely. And then if I absolutely need more gigs, I'll like write them a really good letter, you know, and all of my website will be in really good shape. And I'll show exactly how I organized it really well. And I don't like have like unnecessarily big files download, redundant files to download and stuff. And maybe they'll give me more gigs, like 40 or 50 gigs. That'd be cool. Because it's all for Google Earth files. It's not like other stuff. It's not like I have audio or video or anything up there to download, or images or anything. Well, the images, I do have images. They come with the Google Earth. So it's probably gigs worth of images, actually. The file, actually, no. I have the folder. It made it. It's its own folder for it. So I should go and look how big the folder is. But yeah, it's in the gigs. It's like probably like 2.5 gigs. Anyway, just for the images. But that's my roommate. He gets up at like 5 every morning, 5:30 every day. I usually like get to sleep kind of in the morning. So yesterday I went to the, you know, my mom. I don't have a car, so my mom came over and helped me do my taxes, or pay whatever I think of the taxes, and so I can ask for an extension. But then she drove me to the bank because I had to go to the bank, and I didn't want to ride my bike, so hung out with her yesterday, and she was all like freaking out on me, telling me that I needed to like ride my bike and stuff, and like, you know, every like stop hanging out in my computer or web inside all the time because it's like killing me and all that. And I'm like, well, then sign the 3 agreements, you know, because like I'm actually not that far away from like being an athlete, being like a full-on like pro triathlete. First I'm going to be a bike racer, and then when I blow out my knees, I'm going to become a runner and a triathlete. I can't even run at all now anyway. I have a torn calf. But anyway, I'm not that, you know, if I can do a little bit more accomplishment, get stuff like kind of like squared away, backed up and squared away, mainly is what I want to do. Backed up so I don't start losing stuff. And then get myself up to speed so I can keep up with myself with the things I want to keep up with, like journal and stuff. And then I'm good to go. And so who knows, maybe it's not that much work, but like I can't do it if I can't concentrate, like I can't enjoy myself. See, part of me is like, I like creating like a world, you know, a little fantasy world. I don't pay attention to the outside world. Just me and my little blissful little world, right? And then you only hang out with people who don't want to pop your bubble. But the problem is my mom always likes popping my bubbles. She always goes, sell your bikes, stop riding, sell your bikes and get a job. Any old job, just a job. Just get some job. Stop riding. And she does it every single day. She denies that she does it, but she does. She does it every day, but she does it like way too much, like multiple times a week or whatever. And so finally I was like, sign it. The 3 agreements, sign here. You're not going to say this. You're not going to, it's every time she's like, hell no, I'm not going to sign that. So I'm like, then I'm not going to do it because it's not worth it, because my website, it's difficult enough for me because my website's not developed enough. So I'm crazy distracted. I feel like I'm wasting my fucking time because my website's fucked and I'm old and my website's still fucked. And I'm like, and I always have insomnia. So I'm just laying there awake thinking about how my website's fucked. And I have insomnia. For 3 months I have insomnia. It takes 3 months to grow dendrites. to change habits. And so I'm gonna have crazy insomnia for 3 months, which is gonna make it so that I'm not even gonna be able to exercise that much, only a couple hours a day, because I'll have to sleep all day. And so it's difficult to get myself into a mindset to enjoy myself doing that. Being completely out of shape, the slowest person out there. I'm like 90. I'm like lowest. I'm like bottom 10%. Now when I go out, I'll be bottom 5%, bottom 1%. Just totally not being able to do rides I've always been able to do. Just so I'm gonna have to try to find out like false ways to enjoy myself, right? And so every time I see my mom, who I hang out with every day, every time I see her, and she says those three things to me, that it's gonna make me feel like I'm wasting my time, and I'm not gonna enjoy myself, and I'm gonna revert back to the website. So that's why I'm just like, dude, I don't want to have any more of these like false starts. Just sign the agreement. Because if she signs it, then every time she says that, I can just show her the paperwork, and then she'll shut up, and I'll like bring it with me with my wallet every time I visit her, and then maybe she'll be smart enough to remember not to say it. And you know, but anyway, so I said that, and she's like, but I was kind of expected her to be like, hell no, I ain't signing that. But she kind of was like, huh, well, we'll talk later. So I was like, okay, whatever. So we'll see. Maybe I should just wait till she signs it, because I really don't like hearing her say that stuff, especially in the first 3 months. Like, I've tried to be getting in shape, and I've never done it more than a month. So I was still 2 months away from growing dendrite and changing habit, learning how to sleep at night. And I've got this lady here yapping at me, so that's why I quit. So, but I mean, she was like freaking out yesterday, like, you gotta get back in shape. So maybe she'll do it. But anyway, I'm going to, oh, and then another thing, which I was doing right before I did this video, I decided I'm gonna do, because I said I'm trying to touch up Rome. I'm trying to touch up all of the 14 regions, like every 14 region, like every building and all of the regions going to be done pretty much, and named and organized and numbered. I think I can do that within a week. And so along with that are the roads, because I want to number the roads, and I want to organize them by size, by length. And I want to know, and I want to have them organized with the polygon as well as the image, because I have them in both. So that might take a week. So that's what I want to do. That's what I was doing for like a couple hours before I started this. So if I can accomplish those things and then get them backed up on all my externals and then uploaded before it gets lost to the fucking Apple cloud, it's controlled by demons, then I'll be like, in a week, then I'll be like, okay. I'll start feeling like I'm winning this game of whack-a-mole. And then maybe somebody will finally answer Googleplex and help me bust open my Italy file. And then maybe I'm going to find inside that 2.08 gigabyte file the roads of Rome. I probably won't, but hopefully I do. And if I do, I'll be like 9 days back, boom, just like that. And I'll stop feeling like I'm winning and I'm not getting fucked in the ass. You know, and I won't mind rebuilding, because I'm never going to rebuild those rooms if I don't find them. And if it's one thing that I choose that I lose 9 days on, it would be that, because I don't really need it. But something like the atomic bombs of the world, I want to do that. Like that was fucking insanely and rivetingly fascinating when I was looking at that, man. So, but I'm not going to rebuild the stuff that I've lost until the absolute end, just for the random case that maybe it's like stuck, hidden inside some random folder, inside something or whatever, you know. And so that also everything else is backed up. I know everything else is backed up for sure, 100% for sure, because I do not want to lose another thing. So my rules now are no more building new unless of course it's this Rome, which will be like another week. So anyway, so that's what I'm up to. 24 minutes. Well, that's because I haven't done a video in the last couple of days. I think my battery's about to die. I want to be able to listen to music when I go to the store. So I'm going to go there now, get my energy drinks, get a couple, and just sit here and drink them, like the whole thing, while I smoke reefer and listen to music. And then I'll be like a little bit more jazzy jazzed. And then I'm gonna lay down and like get going on those roads again, man. And maybe I could like finish them like today or something. The Polygon ones today, and then maybe like do up the image like tomorrow and straight up. Ooh, that'd be wicked if I could do that in like a day. So yeah, man. It's crazy. See, one reason I hate losing stuff, it's because like I'm thinking about all this energy and time I spent on the stuff that I fucking lost in between when I built this stuff a long time ago. It's like, well, if I'd have used that same time to finish the stuff I'm finishing now, I would have been done with it. And then I could have backed it up, and then it would have been secure, and then I would have worked on those other things that I lost, and then I wouldn't have lost them because then I would have backed them up. So it's like, fuck. I had way too much faith in just having a cloud, and I didn't have carbonite, and just the Apple cloud and a couple of external hard drives that I like apparently like weren't doing their job somehow. I don't even know how it happened. Like I either weren't backing up onto them, or I managed to get replaced or whatever. But I would have backed up at least one hard drive. After that many days, there's no fucking way in hell. Even I wouldn't never go more than a day or two before I back something up on a hard drive. So it just boggles my mind. Not just how it could get replaced off of the cloud and just reappear with the same file, just the old version, but that it, without me noticing, it would then replace the hard drive. So I'm trying to get really good at when I back up, just back up individual files and not do any batch backups. And if I do, like, if there's anything that I'm like missing, like that I've lost in the file that I'm like backing up, I make sure to look in the file and make sure it's not in there. Like I did that today looking for Delphi. So anyways, that's enough talking, 27 minutes. I'm going to go to the store and get my energy drink. Talk to you tomorrow.